Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you from Lagos. A reminder of our major stories tonight. Lagos High Court sentences 2 directors of Ontario Oil and Gas to 10 years each for defrauding the federal government of 754 million naira in oil subsidy transactions. Abuja High Court orders forfeiture of Malibu oil to the federal government pending the conclusion of trial of companies and individuals named in the money laundering case. United States Court mandates Senator Buruji Kashamu to face trial in a drug trafficking case that dates back to the 90s. And Gambia's President Adama Barrow returns to the country to assume power days after his predecessor, Yahya Jammeh, went into exile. For more on our top stories and others, please visit our websites, channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. And now to some of the pictures that you have sent in. It's been a day of protests across the country. From Sapele in Delta State, we see this picture of some protesters against the BEDC. People are protesting against power outage. Our Eyewitness reporter there urges the federal government to wade into the situation urgently. The same pulse is being felt in Niger State, where another set of protesters in Kotangura are crying foul against the blackout. Our third and final picture from Keita local government area in Katsina State is one our Eyewitness reporter describes as an overpopulated vehicle, wondering how this dangerous act could have been missed by the road safety officials and the police. Thanks for sending in those pictures and please keep them coming. To other stories now, the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, has debunked rumors that governors are meeting in the nation's capital to arrange an emissary to London to see the president. Alhaji Mohammed confirms President Muhammadu Buhari is hale and hearty and still enjoying his 10-day vacation, and there is no need for the governors to meet over any visit to the UK. He told journalists in Abuja that anyone involved should desist from spreading false news.
There's no iota of truth in this. Governors are not meeting here in Abuja because there's no need for it. There's no plan to send any emissary to London to see the president. Again, I want to say the president is here and hearty in London, where he's observing his 10-day vacation. Let us please all shun all reports that are insinuating the president's ill health or death. Let us stop wishing our leaders ill health and death. Those behind this, outright falsehood, we implore them to desist. And in this very, very tense time, we implore them to stop overheating the polity.
Let's get more news now from the Federal Capital Territory, where Ivy Clem is standing by. Hi, Ivy.
Hello, Ambarachi. Tragedy struck in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, today after filling station caught fire, resulting in the death of 2 people with 7 others injured and property worth millions of naira destroyed. According to eyewitnesses, the fire started when an artisan was welding a faulty gas tank at the petrol station in the Adigbe area of the city.
This is what is left from a fire incident that razed RAB Engineering petrol station in Adigbe area of Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The fire also affected nearby shops and buildings in the area.
2 people that were rescued, some bike people took them to Hope Hospital. There are two men. After that, the police, Adigbe police station, they came in to rescue immediately. They came, they were the one and the people around here and the vigilante group of Nigeria entered that place as that place was burning seriously. Serious fire. They were the one that entered there. They picked another 2 people born beyond recognition. They took them out again. Then another 2 people with 1 woman.
After frantic efforts by residents in putting out the fire, men of the state's fire service also join in to put finishing touches and prevent more damage. However, the state's emergency management agency admits that more sensitization is needed for citizens to avoid a recurrence.
Adequate measures should be taken to prevent such a thing. So as government agency will do the needful. Actually, we need to sensitize people, and we have been doing it on many occasions. We have been doing it. But you know, when things of this nature did not happen, people will not heed to advice. But when it happens, we all know. But as government agency, we'll make sure we'll do our best and punish those who go against the law, at least to avert this kind of happen.
As it stands, residents will have to cope with the aftermath of this ugly incident.
Now to politics. The chairman of the People's Democratic Party Caretaker Committee, Senator Ahmed Makafi, has expressed optimism that the crisis rocking the party will soon be over. In his opening remarks at a meeting of the leaders of the party, including governors and legislators in Abuja, Senator Makafi said he is hopeful that the appeal court judgment on the leadership tussle will be just and fast. Meanwhile, the Senate Minority Leader, Senator Govt, has asked the leaders of the party to put their house in order to avoid losing future elections.
We are still waiting for judgments of the courts of appeal. It is a matter of days. It's not a matter of years. And we have absolute faith and confidence that ultimately the judiciary does what is right and will do what is right.
What is happening with the feelings of distinguished senators of the PDP in the Senate is sometimes they are here and there, and for one simple purpose, that they can't wait for us to put our house in order. Today we have lost Edo State, we have, which I believe strongly we should have won. We have lost Ondo, which I believe strongly we should have won. And then we are about to start election in Ekiti. Court injunctions are already flying around. And I believe we ought to win Ekiti. And if we don't put our house in order, we may not win Ekiti. And then at the same time, Anambra election is coming up. I don't know whether it is November this year. So we must know that we have challenges. We cannot, as a party, sit down and make flowery speeches.
In Anambra State, over 30 illegal revenue collectors in Onitsha, Ihiala, and Ogbunka have been arrested by men of the Operation Clean and Healthy Anambra in conjunction with the Joint Security Operations Team. The operatives also stormed some markets in Oba and Equilobia, where more arrests were made to the relief of market men and women who have been subjected to illegal levies and taxes.
The objective of our tax relief program is to evaluate existing taxes, levies and fees in the state and introduce some waivers and in some cases scrap the collection of some of the illegal levies imposed on our people. I hereby suspend the sale of consolidated emblems in Anambra State. I suspend the collection of forecast permits on all streets in the state. I suspend the collection of wheelbarrow tax in marketplaces in the state.
Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and there will be peace in the land. But when there's a break in that process, as seen in Anambra State, with illegal tax collectors extorting traders and transport operators alike, there's bound to be trouble. And that's exactly what the state government is serving, rounding up men who've been milking the system. And in this case, the chase is worth every penny. The head of the task force assigned to rid the streets of hoodlums gives an account of his team's efforts so far.
We arrested over 16 of them at Onitsha Bridge, where they are blocking motorists coming in from all parts of the country and state to Anambra, breaking their windscreen and side mirrors, forcing them to pay what they do not know about, because they have no any legal authority to collect any money. But they hide in disguise of IGR collectors of the state to do this. Why they are not?
The people are overjoyed with this development because they were fed up of paying double taxes, but they had no choice because everyone who came to them presented an identification card.
In a day, majority of people there, all those poor women, they spend more than 1,000 something, 50 naira to all those touts.
If you go to market, even though you sell or you do not sell, they will collect 200 naira from you. And at times, if they collect your market, if you went to collect it, you will not eat again.
For those who've been arrested for this crime, their defense will most likely be that they were lured into it because of unemployment and harsh economic times. So the authorities, in passing judgment, might also need to consider providing a platform where crime will not thrive.
And that's all from Abuja. Back to you, Amarachi.
Thanks a lot, Ivy. The House of Representatives has asked the executive to take proactive steps to abate the hardship being experienced by Nigerians due to the economic recession. The House has set up an ad hoc committee to monitor various steps and policies being taken to address the situation. This comes as lawmakers consider the general principles of the 2017 budget for the third and final day. Our correspondent, Larry Lasisi, reports.
As Nigerians continue to lament the hardship being faced in the current economic recession, lawmakers have called for more action on the part of the executive. Discussion on the issue commenced following a motion by Representative OK Jeff.
Concerned that the effects of this unstable economic climate include the continuous loss of jobs by Nigerians, which is inflicting pain and suffering on the old, the young, and even the rich.
The motion enjoyed the support of lawmakers across party lines.
But I think the executive will need to look out of the box. We don't have to remain where we are, telling Nigerians the same thing, thinking a different thing will happen tomorrow.
SMEs that normally go to the microfinance banks to borrow money, at what rate are they going to borrow money in order to reduce the prices of items? It does not make any human sense.
The House resolved to set up an ad hoc committee on economic recession to monitor the policies and steps the executive is taking to arrest the situation. The committee has 3 months to complete its work. The House is also planning to have a sectorial debate on the matter. The focus remained on the economy when the House resumed the debate on the 2017 budget for the third allotted day.
Let's look at the issue of this diversification properly. It calls for the issue of non-mineral and mineral resources, be able to reduce this exclusive legislative list so that we avoid these continuous rituals, which we come here to do on a yearly basis.
There has been a conscious attempt to make this budget a project and programs budget.
The debate also continued in the Senate. Eventually, the bill passed through second reading in both chambers.
The committees should be very vigilant on this area. It was said many times by different speakers on the issue of computers, cars, and some of these items that keep on repeating year in, year out. Those committees should please be very vigilant in this area to block leakages.
Now, it's at this point that the real work starts. The National Assembly is expected to go through this budget proposal and bring out a document that will indeed be a budget of recovery and growth for this country. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.
When the News at 10 returns, Nigeria's 2017 budget moves one step further to becoming law as it passes second reading in the upper legislative chamber. That's all business news. Do join us again.